Today we're looking at the Rainbird ESP TM2 sprinkler control system. The power source for the Rainbird is simply just a 110 volt. Mine conveniently has a plug right here, right next to it. I'm sure your house has one relatively close as well. Now I'm going to walk you through programming the system. One of my favorite things about this control station is how easy it is to program. Currently I have it set up in the auto, but in order to program, you just click into these blue functions here and follow it. So the date and time is currently set up, so I don't need to change it. But if you were to change it, you just hold this down to cycle through what you're trying to change. And then if you wanted to change, let's say we want to go to the 4th of July, you just click that. Let's go back to keep it accurate. Then you come over to start times. So I've got 5 sprinkler zones set up on this, but for your first one, I've got it starting at 4:45. If we want to change that, you just press that. Now it's 5 a.m. As you can see, it goes in 15-minute intervals. Then you come here to change your run time. My first station is my flower beds. I've got it going for 4 minutes. Out in the front yard, I've got it going for 17 minutes. And you just toggle through. And then you come down here finally for water days. And you can pick which days. Right now it's the heat of summer. I've got it watering every single day. Probably a little bit too much, but you can change that just by toggling through what I showed you. If you have some spots in your yard that aren't getting enough water, or the sun just hits that part of the yard more and you need to do a little bit of extra watering, just come over here to manual watering and you can toggle through until you find which zone it is that needs a little bit of extra water, and then hold down this until it says started and it'll start watering. Once you've got your manual station running, don't forget to put it back in auto before you leave so that the next morning the sprinkler system comes on as planned. In conclusion, this has been a great control station for us. It's easy to program, it's easy to use, and it's held up extremely well. Thank you.